Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany. Today we're discussing Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14, Episode 5, and how Dorit is coming for everyone, including Camille. Let's talk about it. So we start the episode at Jennifer Tilly's home. She says she owns 2 homes in Bel Air that are right next door to each other and one in Malibu that apparently is haunted. And the home we see her in is her party home. In her party home, we see Tiffany, the doll from the Bride of Chucky movie, and Jennifer asks her assistant to pour her a glass of wine because she's an alcoholic. I thought that was pretty funny. Fun fact, I went to see The Bride of Chucky in theaters with my mom and grandma, and when we got there, it was super full. So my mom and I had to sit next to each other and my grandma had to sit across the aisle. And in the middle of the movie, my mom and I look over and my grandma is just like rummaging through her purse, like not paying attention at all. Because at the time, we thought it was stupid and it was like a bad movie. And from what I remember, it was seen as a bad movie, but now it's like a cult classic. It's interesting. But it is a fun movie to watch. Like I like to watch it now. It's just like a memory I have of that movie. Whatever. Anyway, Kyle comes over and she sees Tiffany sitting there with her glass of wine. Kyle says to Jennifer that she thinks she has that same dress as Tiffany, but Jennifer said it was custom made by Gautier. I think I'm saying that right. And the price was $4,500. How does a doll have a more expensive wardrobe than you or me? Crazy. Sutton arrives and she looks really pretty in her like robe and feather shoes. I actually love that look on her. Kyle says the denim and diamonds party is the first party she's hosting without Mo. She says it's weird not having him be there to co-host and help out with things. And she doesn't know what to put on the invitations. Does she put Kyle's house or Umansky residence? By the way, is it Umansky or Umansky? I think it's Umansky. Let me know in the comments. Then they talk about the dinner fight between Kyle and Dorit in Oceanside. Jennifer thought it cleared the air and Kyle says she felt lighter after the argument. Then Sutton said it's because she took over the argument with Dorit in the bus. And then they flash back to the scene where Dorit and Sutton are like yelling at each other. By the way, Sutton did yell first, but at the same time, Dorit was screaming in Sutton's face. Also, Erica yelled at Sutton before that argument even happened. They all yell at each other in the group, but I feel like Sutton is the only one who ever gets called out on it. She's the scapegoat of the group, in my opinion, but we'll get back to that in a moment. In the middle of Sutton talking, Jennifer's antique clock goes off, and Jennifer mentions that the clock belonged to Cher. Then Erica goes to Dorit's house where Dorit made them some water. Dorit said that she and PK haven't spoken in 2 weeks. I don't know how that's possible when you have children together. I assume maybe they drop the kids off at each other's houses and don't come in to say hello. I believe Dorit said the kids don't know that they are separated, but I don't know how they wouldn't realize it if PK and Dorit haven't spoken to each other in weeks. Dorit says to Erica that Sutton yelled at her first, and Erica says she lost it too with Sutton when Sutton called Erica out for whispering to Kyle at the table about Dorit. Erica said at least she had the balls to say it to Kyle, but she didn't say it to the group and she didn't say it to Dorit's face. So no, you didn't really have the balls, Erica. Sorry. Then we see Sutton picking up Garcelle in a U-Haul with her assistant Avi to help Garcelle move into her new beach house. It's been 3 years since she bought the house and now she can move into it. Sutton drives her U-Haul with her yellow Birkin. And by the way, it looks like Sutton and Garcelle have matching yellow Birkins and I love that. I just love their friendship. It's a genuine friendship. You can tell they hang out outside of the show. And I do like to see that. I like to see real friendships in the Real Housewives universe because otherwise it's just so manufactured and produced. By the way, side note, did you all see in the last episode, which by the way, I'm sorry I didn't review it, but YouTube didn't put it out for like a week and I finally got my money back. I bought the season on Amazon, so now I'm actually going to get the episodes on time. But anyway, did you see the last episode where Dorit and Kyle were arguing at the table over dinner? And it looked like at some points, like Kyle was about to laugh. Like it just kind of looked like she was smiling almost because she's an okay actress, but she's not Kim level of actress. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking, how fake is this? Because obviously, yes, all the Real Housewives, all reality TV, it's produced. We know this. It's not truly reality, but sometimes it could be a little overly produced. And so I'm wondering, like, is this storyline just concocted for the show and to save Dorit to keep her on the show? Because it just looked like Kyle was about to laugh in the middle of like this really big argument. And I just thought that was weird. But I don't know. Maybe she was just laughing at Dorit. I don't know. Because the Fox Force 5 or whatever, it's rumored that they like discuss what their storyline is going to be before the show even starts. And that's why I wish that they would all just go away, except Kyle, because she is the OG. And I mean, the show could go on without her. It could go on without anyone really. But I don't know. I'm not ready to let her go yet. So I'd like her to stay on. This is probably unpopular, but I don't want to see Dorit or Erica anymore. Like, I think they kind of overstayed their welcome. Is this argument between Dorit and Kyle really that interesting? Even in the next episode, episode 6, they're showing Kyle and Dorit getting into it again, screaming at each other, which I thought they weren't allowed to scream at each other because when Sutton does it, it's like a huge deal, but I digress. So I'm just like, okay, we really got to move on with this storyline because it's not that interesting. You're either friends, you're not, I don't know, I don't care. There has to be something more interesting in the group to talk about. Let's talk about the husbands. I mean, let's actually talk about the separations. And I mean, Dorit she's met with PK and she's talked about it. And Kyle has talked about it too. I don't know. I just think they could be a little more honest, or especially Kyle. I think she could be a little more honest about her marriage and where it is at this point. I know she has opened up. I'm not saying that she hasn't. It's just we could hear a little more, I think. I think this Dorit and Kyle argument is like a ruse to distract us from what's really going on with their marriages. Maybe I'm totally off base here. That is very possible. So you can let me know in the comments. So anyway, Garcelle calls Sutton a good friend, and I definitely agree with that. I remember when Erica first filed for divorce and Sutton took Erica to like a spa and gave her a gift basket. But I do think Sutton is a good and supportive friend. And Sutton tears up in her confessional, thinking about Garcelle being a little girl in Haiti to now owning her second home. That was a really sweet moment. And I love Garcelle's front door. It's like humongous and it's really pretty. They have a house tour on YouTube, so you should definitely check it out. I love it. Oh, and she also has a double-sided fireplace in her bedroom, so you can see the fireplace from her room and her bathroom. I've always wanted one of those, but when we were building our house, it wasn't really possible to do that. Sutton tells Garcelle that she had a heart-to-heart with Dorit, and if she wants Dorit to help guide her financially, because she's going to realize she's in a mess with PK. That was so messy, Sutton, but it was really funny. Then Garcelle brings up Dorit's robbery and how she doesn't think Dorit was in on it, but someone was, insinuating it was PK. Now, people on social media are saying Garcelle is low for saying that, but I remember the majority of people on social media were saying the same thing when it first happened. People thought the robbery was fake. I did not say that because I know myself, I would feel bad if they caught the robbers or something and it was concrete proof that she was actually robbed. I would feel terrible to say it was fake. She says it's real. The cops say it's real. I'm going to believe her. But many viewers insinuated that PK and Dorit staged the robbery to pay off his gambling debts or something along those lines. But either way, the robbery was like 2 seasons ago. It's over and we need to move on. New season equals new storylines, please. So Erica's therapist stops by her house. Erica says she wants to make her place a sanctuary and wants to start over and put new pretty things in her home. Remember, she took some furniture from her mansion with Tom when she left a few years ago. Then Erica told her therapist that Sutton called her out for whispering to Kyle about Dorit. And Erica said in her confessional that Sutton is inconsistent, where her personality flips and she gets very insecure. She insinuated that Sutton has a personality disorder, then admits that Erica herself has one. Now, if Erica is telling the truth and she really does have a personality disorder, I wonder what it is. I saw someone on Reddit point out that it would be a good thing for Erica to talk about it more since personality disorders are so stigmatized. I have to agree. Of course, Erica isn't required to discuss that, but I do think it would be beneficial to society to open up about it. So Erica said Sutton threw Kyle a pizza party because of Kyle's separation from Mauricio. And then Erica asked her therapist why she didn't get a pizza party. Her therapist said, because you were an asshole. No, I'm just kidding. But she kind of did say that. Her therapist says she didn't get a pizza party because her divorce wasn't clean with all the lawsuits, and Erica made it worse by cussing and screaming at everyone. I appreciate that the therapist actually called Erica out and wasn't just coddling her. And Erica agreed with her therapist. Erica suggests a pizza party at her house when she gets her new furniture in. You know, it seems like therapy is actually working for Erica. She does seem to communicate better. When she yelled at Sutton in the bus after Sutton called her out for talking about Dorit to Kyle, the yelling wasn't as vicious as we saw in previous seasons. We're making progress. So we get to Kyle's denim and diamonds party. Dorit has a vintage outfit on. Looks like Gucci pants. I actually really liked her outfit. She looked really good in it. Kyle wears like a leather black cowboy outfit. I wasn't feeling that one. Sutton wears a white outfit with a black cowboy hat, and Jennifer is dressed head to toe in denim. She says she's always overdressed. Personally, I really don't like denim skirts, but to each their own. Erica is in all white, and Garcelle wears a diamond cowboy hat with a denim outfit. Camille gets there, and she asks Kyle how she is regarding the separation. Kyle tells her Mo is at his bachelor pad with no responsibilities. Camille says he's going through a midlife crisis, and Kyle thinks Camille is projecting. But Kyle says she wishes Mo didn't do certain things in the media, but her situation was different from Camille's. But Mo kind of does look like he's having a midlife crisis when he's like partying with 20-somethings in Aspen. Just saying. Bose arrives in a pink cowboy outfit. I loved her outfit. And she just got back from Brazil where she took her daughter for her birthday. So apparently her daughter has to present to her mom where she wants to go on her birthday, and Bose approves it and then pays for it. I do love the idea of gifting travel as a birthday present. My daughter's birthday is actually in January, so it's like right after Christmas. When she turns like 4 or 5, I'm going to start giving her like vacations for her birthday. It's just better than having like a bunch of stuff all around the house, you know? Anyways, Garcelle gets a tattoo of 1111. Sutton says it's the devil's number, and Kathy quickly corrects her and says, no, that's 666. So Kathy doesn't know what hunky-dory means, but she knows the devil's number. Interesting. Garcelle tells Sutton that she had a heartfelt conversation with Kyle about their kids leaving the nest, then tells Sutton that Kyle says she texts PK. Garcelle said she would have a problem with that, but Sutton says Dorit knows that they talk. You know, Garcelle is stirring the pot a bit, but you know, Dorit and Kyle aren't really my favorite, so it's fine. So Bose calls in the triple council so everyone can talk and put all the problems out on the table. She says they don't talk about anything deep and they just argue, which, yeah, that's true. Side note, the party seemed empty to me. Did it seem like emptier to you compared to other parties that Kyle hosted? I just thought that was weird. So Sutton says she wants all of them to be more open and honest. So Erica says, I'll be open and honest. And she calls Sutton volatile or volatile, whatever. So I don't disagree with Erica. I just think she's the wrong messenger. Like, you really can't call people that. Wrong messenger, for sure. Right message, wrong messenger. Then Jennifer says in her confessional that that is a good description of Sutton. At first, I was like worried. I was like, oh my gosh, what is Sutton going to think when she sees that? But in the after show, they actually discuss it. And Sutton is like joking around with Jennifer. So it looks like the comment didn't like hurt the friendship, which is good. So back to the show. Sutton says she's not volatile or volatile. She's truthful. Dorit thinks Sutton overreacts when she's stressed. And then Sutton yells, wait a minute. So Dorit's kind of right. She does get overly dramatic when she's stressed out. Yeah, she's not wrong. Then Sutton says Dorit isn't angry at her. She's angry with her life. Then Dorit says Sutton is the woman that supports other women at their lowest, but she says it sarcastically. But Dorit was being bitchy towards Sutton too. So I don't expect Sutton to be nice back. Plus they all scream and yell at each other. Sutton is always blamed for things that they all do themselves. Again, she's a scapegoat of the group. Then Kyle says it's a low blow, but she agrees with Sutton. Dorit says she's being open and transparent and that her life does suck. But let's face it, Dorit, you're being open and transparent because Bravo threatened to fire you if you weren't. Then Camille chimes in and says when her house burned down that Dorit wasn't very empathetic. Camille says that Dorit called her an effing see you next Tuesday in season 8. So like 6 seasons ago. And then Dorit corrected her and said she called her a stupid see you next Tuesday. Dorit says Camille always needs a moment. And I thought that was the perfect time for Camille to respond with, I am the moment. Do something, Camille. Say something other than just you're condescending. This was a huge flop for Camille. If this was your audition to get back on the show, you failed miserably. I'm so sorry. So I don't think we'll be seeing Camille back for a while. It was almost as bad as Denise last season. So Sutton tells Dorit she'll be her friend if she needs it. And Dorit says actions speak louder than words. But on the after show, they're really going at it. Dorit calls Sutton basically stupid. She says she's not intelligent, which I don't agree. Yeah, she's eccentric and weird, but she's not dumb. So yeah, I don't think they'll be working this out anytime soon. So what were your thoughts on this episode? Let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Next week is Christmas, and I hope to have a special unboxing video for you all. But until then, bye.